I want you to find out.
Yep, pretty much. Press button. See what happens. See maybe Chatfish will show up. Maybe Chatfish won't. All we know is Chatfish are somewhere. Isn't the right Chatfish? Yeah, we're hiding. We're hiding, kid. Welcome back to more... I almost said Skyrim. But... oh my god, I forgot to post the fucking stream. Hold on, I gotta go to my screen. I accidentally started the stream, but forgot to post it in the Discord, so... Whoops. 1 second while I take care of that.
Choomba beat you to it.
He did. Choomba!
He only posted that rumble.
God damn it, Choomba, you overachiever.
Boy.
Choomba, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you, Choomba! Choomba, I really appreciate you! He's like, I really appreciate Kib! And then we, like, kiss. If I was just like, what the fuck?
And you accused me of being gay.
What the... Where am I? Where's my stream? Where's my stuff? I was having a fucking...
Oh, I see, it's Christmas stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. Fix it.
Right, puppy? I'll have to make sure she doesn't snore too loud.
We'll have to put Puppy down. He's like, Puppy, no! Puppy, no! He screams out in rage as Puppy is slaughtered. This Puppy is slaughtered. That's funny, chat. Say with me. Haha, that's very funny.
There is Kibs in a shallow grave.
Well, had to happen eventually. Alright, chat bros. Switching screen over. Jano doing 25 Polish bucks and says, will you play the OG at some point for comparison to remaster? SF Fit Celeste Tenties. Yes, I will. I am going to play the original because the original was already funded. Listen, chat, I had to make lunch. I was working on lore stuff. You know what? I'll do you solid, chat. Because I fucked up and it was a little late, you get to see something. How about that? It's only fair. You were patient, and I appreciate your patience more than anything in the world. And you can look at some battle mechs. Like, battle mechs? Oh my god, kid! Are you doing Battletech lore, kid? No, I'm not doing Battletech lore. But I did make my own. I made my own Battletech. With hookers. And blackjack.
What's his eyes?
This is the only time you get to see this piece. This is an environmental concept sketch. The big things with giant swords sticking out of them are little mechs pierced to the ground. But this is on Terrestria, so you know. Weird giant things. There's a whole story behind this. I have a lot of writing to do. There you go, chap. That's all I'm showing you. That was way earlier, and was very much a surprise. I didn't even think I was going to show you that. I don't even know why I said the battle mech thing, and then it was kind of over. Then it was kind of over for me. Welcome to stream, Robert. Oh, goddamn. All right. What were we doing? Have a taco? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's right. We're going over here. How's our inventory? They better hire Jeremy Soule back if they want me to fucking play the next Elder Scrolls game. I'm actually really annoyed that he got Me Too'd. And I'm really annoyed that nobody seems to be outraged about it. Except me. I know there are probably some people somewhere, but sometimes it feels like there's nobody talking about this. Because Jeremy Soule is the original composer for Elder Scrolls. And got Me Too'd, but he was innocent. And so they didn't do anything. They didn't rehire him last I checked.
Probably be on Microsoft to do it, and you know how they like to hire people.
Yes, chat. Robert Renato is in chat. He's right there. He's our composer for our music. Darkinder Jaeger says, Robert Renato, love your songs. Very nice compliment. Be sure to stop by Robert Renato's new channel, Battle Damage Audio, and drop likes and listen to the music. It's pretty good. I actually write lore when listening to the music. Helps give me inspiration. Especially doubly helps because it's music in our setting. I was working on the Nefir Shaman lore video. The Nefir Shaman video will be ready today. Or no, not for you, but I will be done writing it today. Chumba's going to edit it. I think he's editing it right now or something like that. But yeah. I wanted to make shorter, bite-sized lore videos that I can produce faster while we wait for the Red Sun Dream. The Red Sun Dream is being worked on by Lycanfish, and so I'm making 3 lore videos right now at the same time. I know, I'm biting up a little bit more. Okay, one thing I forgot to do is Google, YouTube. Remember, chat, help support the channel, because I will be putting the lore videos on Battle Damage Audio, as well as the Bickering Bunch. But with the goal of Battle Damage Audio eventually taking over in the end. I'm going to link the channel so that you can find it for easy subscribing.
Yeah, the lore videos are important for growth content because of the way the YouTube algorithm is to get more chatfish.
I should probably write what that is. There we go. Better. There. For your convenience, I put a little link there, chat. Be sure to subscribe to the new lore channel. It will have music and lore. Why was you spelling Jamma? Oh, you changed your profile picture, I see. Splunky is tired of his old profile picture and has become a new profile picture. I'm not really sure what it is because it's so tiny. Well, stream Carpe Diem. But yes, be sure to check it out. If you like lore or mythos of gods beating the shit out of spirits, you're gonna like my lore. If you don't like the spirit of mankind beating the shit out of the fire spirits because he's mad about them being pieces of shit, you're probably not gonna like that. What I do find funny when I was writing that lore was the fact that the other spirits were just watching us like, oh my god. Oh my god. That could be me. That could be. Is that a giant penis? Oh my god. It is a giant penis rock. It is the biggest penis. Okay, maybe it wasn't a penis. Listen, I played a lot of fucking Helldivers in my day, boys.
Yeah. Rapier added me. Tell chat that they have till Sunday if they want on the Midnight Walk thumbnail.
Oh yes, if you would like to be on the Midnight Walk thumbnail, you have until Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, I will show it because that's what the art team's asking for. The art team needs you to help fund them because they're hungry. We don't wait to be feeding them. They're so fat already, Kip. They're so goddamn fat already. They are fat already, aren't they? Chubby little artists. What's a good... You know what we could do? Miss a few days of daily quotas and let them starve a little bit. Yep. Except that would make me starve too, so... Sacrifices. Honorable sacrifice, says Chatfish. Willing to throw Kibbs under the bus. Leaving Kibbs to die. Sending him straight to hell. Alright, here's some thumbnails, CHATBROS. If anyone... this one. Yeah, that one's... Yeah, okay, it's this one. This is the thumbnail you have. Midnight... What was it called?
Midnight Walk.
Midnight Walk. This game looks really cool. It's one of those really cool artsy games. So if you want your Chatfish to be on this thumbnail, you have until today to... or wait, no, until Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday to get onto it. There it is. If you'd like to purchase a slot, $25 for a pocket fish, $50 for a big bucket fish. It'll be released in the channel asset section as a wallpaper. Minio's not fat, but his cats are. Yes, his cats eat all the food. That motherfucker keeps getting more cats he'll find, and then he'll just fucking start adopting them. He's literally an old crazy cat man. Actually, he's younger than me, I think. He's a young crazy cat man. Hestera runestone.
That's even worse.
The stone stirs under your hand. Do you seek its conjured weapons and armor? Sure. Okay. Not sure how long that'll last, but hey, I got cool, like, fucking glowy fucking fists now. I totally asked you a thing. About a week ago, you said I could get a free Chatfish. Which artists are free to do that? All of them. You just need to pick. Yes, and that was for you helping me with the colonization. Speaking of, we started a little colonization campaign on Easter. I don't know if you saw that. Probably not, because it was on Easter. No one's really free on Easter, right? But we played the Americas campaign as Spain in Medieval 2, and it kind of played sort of like the colonization game, in the sense that you had to colonize and then also compete with other people that were coming to colonize. Something that you might be interested in. Figured because you like that sort of colonial era, you might want to try it. Tell Black to chip in for the fishing stream. Oh, that's right. Right now, there's a special offer for the remainder of the week. Your donations may go to the fishing stream. The fishing stream has a $4,000 goal. The fishing stream is a 24-hour marathon fishing stream. Yes, you heard me right. A 24-hour marathon fishing stream. If you would like for me to fish, you know, for 24 hours, and I will get booze for this, by the way, so that I'll be funny and bad at fishing at the same time. For the near fishing stream, you may double dip. But you're only allowed to double dip this week. And its funding will conclude, I think, the first week of next month, meaning that if it doesn't get reached, we won't do it. You're allowed to double dip this week, chat, so be sure to put your hashtags for it. You want me to suffer, truly? You want me to endure true insanity? Then now's your chance, chat. Did it? When did you become Texan? I just steal other verbal tics from people, and then adopt them into my verbiage. And then spread them like a plague. A virulent plague. I do that a lot, actually. I'll pick up a verbal tic, and then I'll start doing it, and then everyone around me will criticize me for doing it, and then they'll start doing it. They're like, you're giving me a disease, kib. As they're covered in the disease. Yet you are covered in my disease. Funny. Funny. Are you able to order art pieces and double dip? You are. Only for this week, though. So I could have double dipped if you just waited a few days. Frederick, I decided to do this to help out the fishing stream because I felt bad because people invested money into it, and it doesn't look like it's going to make it to the deadline. This is me being generous. You are welcome. Thank me for being magnificent. Or magnificent, or some with an M. Munificent. Listen, I got done working on the Nafir language, okay? I don't want to hear Ogdo. Oh, I can't even do it right anymore. What the fuck was it? Now my brain hurts. Gador. Gador means spirit. Means Lord. Oh my god, my brain. Oh, I don't want to think about it right now. Magnanimous. Yes, that's the word. Unfortunately, I've been too much reading fucking Nafir. I don't even know anymore. Mediocre. Oh, black! Black! Being shocked by some bee. Alright, I'm coming for you, little fucker. As Rhea swims to her in full plate, not drowning, like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up, you little demon. It's like, no, little demon! This little demon got fucked up. You know what's funny? Oh my god, no! Wolf, fucking stop hitting my doge! Wait, no, your doge. Stop hitting my horse! He's in my head, man, he's in my head! But yeah, I was working on language this morning, and it was hard. Because the Nefiric language is loosely based on vowels of certain dead languages. And it's not easy because those languages are dead. And so while the vowel structure is based similar, they aren't actually the same words because it's obviously Nefir. So it's very interesting. Because it's partially rooted in Hunnic. And that has caused me no end of grief.
Hunnic?
Yes. A language that wasn't very well recorded, and only a few bits of it actually are known. I supplemented some of the negative gaps with Magyar. Because I was like, oh, you know, the culture that settled on top of them couldn't be too radically different, right? They'd surely absorb into each other. No, not quite. No,
those languages, as far as I know, are quite different. Magyar is a whole... Magyar, which by extent turned to Hungarian, is a very different beast. Just like Finnish is very different from other Scandinavian, including Russian.
Yep. And that's, as you can see, is my predicament, as to why it's so stressful working on the Nefiric language. Oh my god. I have PTSD. These little guards stop to kill these little wolves. Oh, wrong. Whoop, I'm going around it. You know, I feel like if they made a remake of this, like they did, I feel like they should have made this place bigger. Because one thing that feels weird is that because I know a little bit about Elder Scrolls lore, I know that this is basically like Tamriel, the heart of the Empire, right? But it's like so
the core province.
It's so abstracted and so small. It's funny to me. It's like Skyrim. When you know the lore about the Elder Scrolls games and you see Skyrim or any of the land masses in the setting, and you're like, God, this is fucking tiny, actually. Like, that is way too tiny. These provinces
the Imperial
should be
City
like
is
miles.
Yeah, the Imperial City is supposed to be a giant megalopolis.
Yeah, and
it's
a
tiny town.
Tiny town, yeah, because of the tension.
And funny enough, most of the landmass you can see just from the Imperial City of where you can explore. Still a lot in terms of how long it takes you, but they don't exactly have that explory feel of discovering something new when you can see pretty much most of the explorable area just right then and there.
There's a little rock stone over here. Yeah, they come from the Urals. Yeah, I learned that after I started working on the language. I'm like, God, these really don't feel the same. These really don't feel like they're sharing any similarities. And so the Nefir language has actually turned out to become quite alien as compared to the Astrian, which is quite soft, like silk. And Nefir are very, I hate O's. Oh, shit. With little umlauts. Just like, I wish Starfield was like this game, where it was actually like fleshed out and each world was handcrafted. But it isn't. And because it's procedural, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about Daggerfall was early procedural generation. Huge, and there was handcrafted parts, but and I'm not opposed to that style of making an RPG. Hey, let's get the grand scale, but have this kind of AI director make the in-betweens a bit more interesting. Which, funny enough, was supposed to be the idea for, say, Dragon's Dogma 2, but no. The only... I know those people who are making Wayward Realms are they're going to try and innovate off that, but it's been so long we haven't really seen that much gameplay results. That is still a bit worrying, although I'm still hopeful.
Just walked by that guy.
Oh, I didn't know the Hanekabort are Turkic people. That makes it...
Yep. Technically, all of them are migrators. But my initial start with the Magyar and Hunnic language as a root basis for the Nefir language, basically, I forget what basically happened there. But basically what happened was that I was like, okay, surely over hundreds of years, the Hungarian language would be quite similar or share some root basis because the two cultures merged, because technically they intermingled with one another, because the Magyar settled on top of the Huns. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game lagging. Game lagging.
Oh, Unreal Engine 5 problems finally?
Yep. Oh my god! Where Realms is a long way to go. Where's it at? I haven't even played it.
There is no demo. I think I posted this Steam page and... Let's see. Let me get it. They're promising a lot, and I think it's a team of 100 people. They're promising a lot, and I'm a bit worried. I'm posting in stream chat. Sorry, YouTube room.
I'm gonna get off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I finished my taco. Let's open that link Fuzzy posted. Let's open it up on stream. Let's look at it together. The reason why we're going to look at it, Chad, is Wayward Realms is supposedly the spiritual successor to Daggerfall. And Daggerfall is an Elder Scrolls game. Chatfish, I misclicked and closed my windows. Fucking kill myself. Fucking kill myself.
I remember following this game for a long time, and at some point we really need to see some results soon. It's just been many years.
That's true, but as somebody who is in the same boat as them, now I don't know what their funding situation is, but I have, well, I mean, we always show programming streams, I guess, so that kind of counts, but we don't have any actual proper, like, new gameplay footage, because we're mostly implementing new mechanics. Alright, I gotta open up that link. There we go. Just have to be careful not to stream the lore video document, and then chat will just have spoilers. But yeah, so this is Daggerfall's spiritual successor here, chat. It's called Wayward Realms, and being developed by some of the original creators of Daggerfall.
It's been in development since 2019. Apparently the YouTuber I Am Phoenix helped gather some of the original people together and formed One Lost Games. In 2020, which is a long time ago, I Am Phoenix, the YouTuber, left.
Why'd he leave?
Lack of progress. Cites his frustrations, lack of progress, lack of communication from the founders. Amount of money he was spending out of pocket on the project.
Oh.
He said he had no grudge against the team and still wishes some success. It says at least 2 other Bethesda veterans left around the time.
So might have been experiencing development troubles. That sucks. Because that was... what that YouTuber experienced was something I experienced too. Like, I know that feeling. What happened to me
It was also a Kickstarter.
Was basically we had a bunch of people help us with the project. I spent lots of money and we went nowhere with our project. For like 2 years, or was it a year? I don't remember. It felt like forever though. And it's stressful. The big thing is that when you realize that that's happening, is it's not to double down and commit more money and resources. It's what do you cut? What do you do to fix that? And basically, you just cut the entire team. And by losing that entire team and replacing it with a new team, what happened was all of a sudden we started making traction again. Because the reality is sometimes certain people are just not quite cut out for the indie business. Or don't know what they're doing. This game looks like it has weird performance or like issues. It's being made on Unreal.
Not sure about the tech. I know they had a Kickstarter also that raised to 700,000, but that's not nearly enough for what they're trying to develop. And they're actually, yes, it says on Steam, AI-generated content, which is, go figure, they're doing a lot of more advanced procedural generation for the NPCs and a lot of the content.
See, here's the problem with Daggerfall as like a concept. Daggerfall relies on too much procedural generation, and so it becomes very static and boring. While people praise the idea and concept of Daggerfall, very few people actually like Daggerfall, if that makes sense. At least the ones I've talked to, because they love the idea of this massive world, just like I do too. But you end up favoring Todd Howard's vision a bit more, because here, each town and each location is handcrafted, set-piece crafting. And the set pieces have a more natural feel and more natural story progression, even if the quality can be, sometimes vary. Wait, what? Is it not inside the building? Oh no, I gotta find some dude here. Okay, we gotta wait till day, that's right. Some dude that looks like the other guy.
Yeah, I posted a link to the Kickstarter, and just look at the list.
How many chatfishes must be sacrificed to keep the lights on? What, for Battle Damage Studios? I don't know. Many. We are currently on yesterday's goal. It's been a rather difficult month, but it's also tax month.
What is it?
But we've managed to hang on so far, but we're starting to slip again. Which leads me to suspect that, you know, we're just gonna have to bite the L. Sometimes it happens. You know, we made it pretty good. And the week's not over yet, so we're not out of the fight. But that's also why I'm trying to build the lore videos. I was up at, some of you might have noticed, like 1 a.m. Because yes, I was up at 1 a.m. Yes, I know you guys yell at me for my health and shit. However, counterpoint, that lore video is now actually almost ready. That one, alright? I started another lore video because technically the Red Sun Dream part is I'm kind of done with it, and I'm kind of just waiting on the art now. But that doesn't mean I can't make more lore videos, chat. I could get more in the pipe. And I actually managed to do it pretty cleverly. The next lore video is actually about a unit, the Fire Shamans for the Navir. It's part of an experiment. And so, I'm just going to release that. The artwork's pretty much done for it, and Chumba's editing the script for it. I need to technically finish the script, but I finished, like, the founding myth, which talks about Girchel, which is the Allfather, and it talks about Gudin, and Gudin is the great spirit of fire, and the taming of the spirit of fire. I would like to do other settings sometimes, too, occasionally. I do like the Tiberium lore video. When I did the Tiberium lore stuff, it was fun. I think I fucked up one thing. I like doing lore videos, but the big issue with lore videos is that I don't normally see returns on them. At least when I was younger. And I don't know if I was particularly good at them. But they were fun to make. They were fun to make. And I'll say that much. Okay, I need to find, like, a place to sleep, because I need to level up. Oh, is this not morning? Oh, it's not morning. Gotta wait a few more hours.
Oh. And just one quick point about Wayward Realms. I do know a little bit about the tech they're using. They're using a large language model, like, I don't know if it's ChatGPT, but probably their own in-house one for a lot of the quests, a lot of the procedural quests and dynamicness. They're using that kind of a model for it, and unless they have some serious talent to develop something custom, it's going to be garbage.
Yep. If you know anything about what the work on Legend of Terrestria, you can actually watch Robin streams, and a lot of the stuff he's doing is hell. Like, he is actually in the process of basically making our engine. We're trying to switch out of Unity for the pure purpose of getting away from them, because I can't trust them anymore. But the goal is that slowly we'll have made all the pieces to build our own very first engine, and from it we'll be able to construct games inside of. It's not easy, and it certainly ain't fucking cheap. Intelligence.
No, engines are difficult. They're worth it, but
they're massive.
Just relying on third parties all the time is not always the best option.
Yep. The biggest issue with Unity that we ran into is that 90%, or not 90%, but like a large majority of mechanics in our game don't work in Unity, and so they had to be handmade. Because, like, okay, we wanted certain things with, like, the micro squares, and we wanted certain things with, like, doors. And I remember doors and stairways don't work. And it's like, what the fuck? You think they would, but apparently Unity isn't really made to make 2D top-down tactics games. And so we kind of had to, like, make it all ourselves. Just like our dynamic ray tracing system. Or, well, it's not really ray tracing, but it's light casting, right? And our dynamic light casting system is entirely based in Unity, or not Unity, on Robin's code with his shader and renderer. And because it's entirely based on that, it's able to actually do what it's able to do. It's why it's so impressive that a 2D game like our game can actually do dynamic day and night cycle casting with lights and spells and all that. In fact, I still can't wrap my head around how Robin managed to do that. Because the big trick of that is that it recognizes walls of buildings and then portrays the sprite's shadow on the building. Now, he's currently working on it, and last time I saw, the shadows broke again. Basically, we're at the point where the characters will rotate or flip, right, to fight an enemy a certain direction. However, the shadow won't correct. The shadow will just be facing the opposite direction, because the shadow doesn't give a shit. It does what it wants. Why is that shadow so mean? Alright, let's see. We gotta look for people and start talking to them. We gotta find Reynold. I think Reynold was his name? His long-lost brother, if I had to guess. People. Maybe the blue marker is a door, but we could ask one of the guards, perhaps. Robin is a Chad code wizard? He is. We are absolutely blessed by the fact that he's on the team. Reynold Germain.
Reynold Germain? No, don't know anyone by that name. There's a Gilbert Germain in town, however. Maybe he can help you. He's staying over at the Newlands Lodge, but you might find him walking around town. Good luck. Bye.
What's funny is Oblivion is a simplification of Morrowind, but because my first Elder Scrolls was Skyrim, I actually really like Oblivion, despite that Oblivion was kind of controversial at this time. I find Oblivion being more complex, more fun, and interesting. What?
How was Oblivion controversial?
It was controversial when it launched because people that played Morrowind didn't like certain things. They had removed, and to be fair, these things are cool that they removed. Like, the ability to do a lot of custom spellcrafting was kind of redundant. However, you could make, like, spells that allowed you to jump and, like, fly in the air and stuff. But they removed all those spells in this game. You can't fly. There are no